Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have updates to share about Donald Trump's coup clown. So, a couple weeks back, I mentioned that My Lumpy Pillow Man was suing a company that had loaned him money in his time of need. Well, he is at it again. Lindell is now suing another lender. This lender gave him even more money. The last one gave him something like $600,000. This one lent him $1.2 million because, and he's suing them because he claims this was all a sham. So the lawsuit names both Lindell and Mike Pello. now I'm talking like Trump, My Pillow as plaintiffs. The lawsuit is against a company called Cobalt Funding Solutions. Well, according to the Star Tribune news outlet, Cobalt provided them with this $1.5 million in September of this year, and the total amount to be repaid was $2.2 million. So Lindell's suit claims that this equals an interest rate of 409% based on the amount of time he had to pay it back, which is, quote, many times greater than the maximum interest rate permitted under the applicable state usury law. So the filing says also, quote, Cobalt took advantage of My Pillow, a cash-strapped business that needed funds quickly. This transaction is an illegal usurious loan. So Lindell wants the judge to nullify the agreement entirely. He also wants the judge to award him and My Pillow unspecified damages. So we'll see what happens with that and with the other lawsuit. I'll keep an eye on both of them. But it sure seems like My Pillow Man is easily duped. So next up is news about the various cases against Trump attorneys, Trump fake electors, all of his different allies, his coup clowns. Although the majority of the charges against Donald Trump have been dropped, or they've at least been set aside for the time being, his allies are still facing punishment for their involvement in the attempted coup. And prosecutors have now reaffirmed their commitment to hold these people accountable. So I mentioned a few weeks back that the Arizona Attorney General, Chris Mays, confirmed that she definitely will be moving forward with the fake electors case in that state. Well, now Nevada Attorney General, a guy named Aaron Ford, he just told the Associated Press, quote, our job is justice, and that job does not change depending upon who wins the presidential election. The rule of law does not cease to exist because Trump has won the presidency. And in one case, the prosecutor has actually increased the charges against some of Trump's allies. So the Associated Press also reported that Wisconsin prosecutors just added 10 felony charges to their cases. This is against 2 attorneys and 1 Trump aide. So Jim Troupis, Kenneth Chesbro, and Mike Roman, respectively. Initially, these 3 were hit with only 1 charge, which was felony forgery. On Tuesday of this week, the prosecutor charged each of these men with 10 new counts, 10 felony counts of using forgery in an attempt to defraud. So these 10 counts are related to their alleged attempt to defraud each of the 10 Republican electors in that state. Because prosecutors, they filed an amended complaint on Tuesday, and it says that the impetus for these new charges is the fact that almost all of these Republican electors say that they were deceived when they were asked to sign the electors' documents. Basically, what they said is that according to a majority of these electors, at least, they were told these documents would only be submitted to Congress if a court overturned the election results in Wisconsin and if they deemed Trump the winner of the state. As we all know, that is not what happened. The courts rejected all of Trump's arguments. They rejected his lawsuits. Yet these fake documents, as we also all know, were still sent to D.C. And then Trump allies tried to force the vice president to substitute them for the legitimate documents, which named Biden as the winner. So if these 3 men are convicted, Troupis, Chesbro, Roman, they face a maximum sentence of 6 years behind bars and up to 10,000 in fines on each of the 11 counts. So I will definitely keep track of this. I will keep you all posted on everything. Last but not least, I have a quick update to share about Rudy Giuliani and his legal woes, America's defendant. U.S. District Judge Beryl Howell kind of backpedaled a bit since my last update earlier this week. She agreed to give Giuliani time to locate a new attorney to represent him. This is in the ongoing battle with election workers Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss. Judge Howell rescheduled an in-person contempt hearing regarding Giuliani's continued defamation of Freeman and Moss, which I mentioned earlier this week. So instead of being held this Thursday, which was today, it's now going to take place on January 10th of 2025. The judge warned him, though, don't play games with me. She reminded him that there's, quote, an arsenal of sanctions available to a court for civil contempt. And she reminded him that that included, quote, compensatory and coercive fines as well as imprisonment. So I say there's a better than 50% chance Giuliani's going to end up in jail in one of these cases. Well, the cases are all related, as I mentioned the other day. So there's the bankruptcy judge that's handling, the now defunct bankruptcy of Rudy Giuliani and his overturning of his assets to Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss. That's what I'm trying to say. And then there's this judge, Beryl Howell, who's handling the actual defamation against them because he keeps defaming them. He keeps lying about them. So I will keep you posted on all of this. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, subscribe if you have not, donate if you possibly can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.